do that.
This is an explicit threat.
Again,
No,
Oh.
you can't just joke about that.
Why are we missing Mac? Let me fix that.
I
for
feel like you can explicitly
legal
joke.
reasons, this is satire.
This is
I-
not satire. This
to
is a
be
threat.
honest, it has
This
We
is
are
part
not.
of his
We are not
routine.
associated with this kid.
as bitch.
This is part of
And
his
I
routine.
I am a
I
threat to
can't even say
society.
all the
He goes
puns.
on an
I've been
anti-Russell
watching
Well, yeah, the
Drive and Joker, and now I am a threat to society.
Wow.
We are good on sound so far.
Well, you're only a joker.
Russell
if we
Brand's
start
lawyers, if
laughing
you're
at you,
listening,
not with you.
he's doing a bit. This is not real.
And I feel like very
It's a bad
consistently
bit,
we've
to
been
be
able to
fair.
laugh with you.
You know what?
We
No,
never said
it's-
that he was good at comedy. We just are saying that it is comedy.
Well, no, that's
It
what
is-
my puns are for.
Cure
It is
or controversy 100% equals clicks. It is 100% real. Eric is like on his way later today to take out
I'm
Russell
buying
Brand.
a plane ticket right now. Actually,
And
It's
we
crazy.
are all accomplices.
No, I am
They
not.
are helping me, especially Ben. Ben is
Well,
the
like-
weapon.
We have as
Ben's
of,
the mastermind.
Hold on.
First
As
rule
of
is like you don't
right-
talk about it.
As of right now, we have officially doxed Russell Brand. Eric has the
I-
plane
Can we,
ticket.
can we
Ben
go back
actually
to talking
is
about?
making me do this.
Excuse me,
Actually,
I
this
feel
is
like I've
my- this is
established
not my
that
fault.
I'm
I'm
the
being made
doxing
to do
expert
this.
here.
We need
Can we-
to.
Ben,
Go back to
Ben
talking
has-
about how Pong got charmed and he was like trying to be persuaded to attack like everybody.
How about we play tonight's game instead?
Yes.
I also would accept that.
Or the game of can Russell Brand run fast enough?
Well, he doesn't need to run fast enough. He just needs to run faster than you.
well, no, he actually needs to have a
Welcome.
zigzag pattern. That's how guns work. All right, fuck Russell Brand. Anyway, sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
I don't even know who that is.
Eric does not express the opinions of the Society for Adventure.
Welcome
oh, now
to
you
the
say
Society
it. Okay.
for Exploration and Adventure presents the Guild. Episode, I believe, 9. Eric's going to kill Russell Brand.
Mhm. That's the whole title.
Full stop.
So, where we left off 2 weeks ago, the party had held a party for the citizens of Good Hope. Everything was going pretty swimmingly until the next morning when the sun didn't come up. Doing some investigation, the party split. Damien and Verity went to try to get to the portal as fast as they could, putting themselves into an exhausted state. And just as they decided to rest for the night before moving on to Pine Harbor, were caught in an explosion. Took no damage, but Verity happened to be looking in the wrong place at the wrong time and lost her sight for the night. On the back at the village, the rest of the party helped the villagers find their way home. Dominic got a knife in the back, but not enough to hurt him. And investigated the angel stone that had gone down around the same time that the sun did not come up. Throughout the night, they stayed on watch. And shortly after Pine Harbor exploded, the angel stone, which had been heating up, had cooled off. The next morning, just after the sun had risen on the third day, Damien and Verity staggered into town. As the sun came up, Verity got her sight back, and Dominic carried Damien to bed, and that's where we wrapped. We're going to pick up right after that. The first thing that happens is, as you're Dominic, as you're worried about Damien, you turn around to say something to Alice, and whamp,
Oh, fuck.
the Stone of Destiny has taken her again.
We really needed her.
All right. Did she have any notes?
Yes, she was studying the stone for most of the night while you guys were gone, but it seems to be totally fine now, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Also, Let me hold on. Can you help? Can you like hold his legs and get him out of
I
his
can
armor? I'm
try.
sorry. I don't know if this is weird. You don't have to.
It's
but
only weird if you make it weird. Let's
Okay.
just help him. He
Just
kind of had to
undoing.
carry for most of the way back because I was fucking blind the
I'm
whole
just gonna
time.
undo at least the chest plate part.
and,
All right.
uh,
Let's probably get him some water.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just sitting on the edge of the bed. Just
All right.
like.
I'll go grab it. I'll go grab it.
All right. Thanks. Where's Borum?
I'm on my cabin.
I
Hey.
can just make water. Like,
Okay. Great. Here's a cup.
As they get your breastplate off, you feel the like 4 pinpricks into your chest as your cabot settles down.
I love you, Jack. You're the only thing I've ever loved.
Is this thing still here?
Don't
yeah.
call him things, Jack. Okay, I go to bed now, and he's gonna roll over and go to bed.
I just take your partisan and kind of just prop it up gently in the corner. Oh, God, that night sucked. How are you two doing? Like, you came back and you immediately passed out. We haven't really gotten a chance to
Okay.
talk yet.
Well, like, I actually am kind of fine, but that was like we got out there, portal wasn't working, and then we don't know what Pine Hub looks like, but it exploded. So put a pin in that, but it blinded me, so he actually had to carry me most of the way back, and I finally got my vision
You
back.
can see?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I finally got it back, like when the sun was coming up finally, so I was able to like do that. But like he at one point like fell, and I just like I couldn't see, and he was resting, and I was just.
So, I mean, we saw from the distance that there was some sort of like big rush of air, and we couldn't tell what it was. You said an explosion?
I think Pine Harbor might be gone.
Fuck.
It was bright enough that like it took my vision away for a solid 12 hours, I think it was.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, the only reason that you got your sight back, or maybe fairer to say you never really truly lost your sight, you just had like flash blindness, but it was so dark that between the two you couldn't see. And the only reason you can see now, and you're still seeing like an after effect of the explosion almost when you close your eyes, is because the sun is coming up.
My eyes still actually kind of hurt a bit.
Well, maybe you should rest too. But we definitely, we got to check out Pine Harbor.
Yeah,
As things around here seem to be fine enough. We got everyone home safe, but
that's good.
What were you gonna say, Bor?
We could like feel that shockwave. Like, if that was Pine Harbor that it was centered on, that's not.
We gotta check for survivors, though.
Yeah, and I mean, if the portal's working again, also just more backup.
And investigate just to even be able to have a report for the Citadel.
Yeah.
We're easily the closest team, unless the Sirens are still there.
Yeah, and that's like a big if. We don't know.
They seem to be, traveling mostly.
I mean, if you guys could feel it from here.
Yeah, we like physically felt it too. It wasn't just
and like it and it messed with my vision. Like, I don't know the likelihood. Like,
we gotta go find out to see if we can find out what may have caused it, because we can't allow that to happen.
And I mean, I can look at like Alice's note again, and like I think I can, because Damien couldn't quite didn't like quite have like the technical wording for it. I think with like a little bit more time I can figure it out. And this is also like me mechanically saying, because we did level up, we're level 4 now. I picked up share memory.
Oh, great. So you can just like, if anyone we need to explain to what happened, we can just show them.
Yeah, it's well, like it just like it's about filling the void, I guess, closing the gap between. Because sometimes
It'll make
words
it
aren't-
easier to explain.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah, if we can. Well, I mean, we said the portal wasn't working.
It wasn't working. I don't know if that changed. When the Angel Stone started working again, I'm not sure. The only way we're gonna find out is by looking.
I guess that's the thing. Like Alice told me. I mean, we never found out if it like stopped
take a
working
while.
completely. We just know that it was like acting weird, and we don't really know what happened with it other than it was heating up suspiciously, but then not too much. But
I mean, the best thing I can think of is just like
it seems to be back to whatever, as normal as we're used to right now. So one can assume that it's working. But does that mean maybe we should go
yeah. I mean, if
check
we
the portal again
we will,
altogether?
I feel
I
like
think-
we will have to.
I think one of
regardless.
the first things we should maybe do is just do a general patrol of the area, let people know that, we're still here. We're gonna do our best to figure this out. And, just, it's unlikely that anything got in, but on the off chance something did, just,
Yeah, we should do a sweep.
see, verify that nothing got in.
Yeah.
We don't have,
Fair.
we don't have beasts banging on the door,
Yeah. We need
Like,
to
but
make
on the off
sure.
chance,
Yeah, and
like,
I feel like
for-
people have been on high alert regardless.
it might potentially, hopefully, ease tensions a little bit, just to see that, we're not inside, just to see that, we are still around and we are still gonna try to do our best for them.
Okay, so let's report
I
to
do minorly worry that if we immediately head towards the portal, that panic will ensue because
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
yeah,
we're
so
gonna have
let's
to
go
take
report
time.
to Belinda about what our plans are, do a sweep of the area to make sure there's no creatures, and then
And-
once we know everyone's like safe enough, then we can think about going to check it out.
Yeah, and it's not just about the portal; it's also about like Pine Harbor.
But if the portal is open, I do think we should report back what happened.
Yeah.
And at least, because if we do that, if we go report back and they don't know what we're talking about, then that's even scarier.
Yeah, depending on because I mean, there's several situations. One is only us, us in Pine Arbor that it happened,
Yeah.
or
It's everywhere.
it was everyone, which is even
Yeah.
scarier.
But they can at
And
least
then-
fill us in if it's that.
Yep. And then there's also the question of, did multiple stones blow up, or if it was just the one.
Yeah. If it's just that one, then we can handle it. But if it's so much bigger than us, then we need to ask for orders.
And Dominic, there's
Mm-hmm.
that guy that like you spoke to a couple of times, right?
Yeah. And he seemed to be pretty focused on like the angel stones and research into them specifically. So he might be, we could go ask the brass, but then I could check in with him.
And we could probably show whatever research we have.
Yeah, at least Alice's notes, or between Alice's notes and your share memory, we should be able to convey everything that happened.
I hope so.
I don't know. I don't want to make you use all of your power just for that, because we
I
still
mean-
got to go through the woods and everything.
I mean, it just depends on how much time we have. But also, like, I could always just do the one thing here. I just,
All right.
once he's rested, I guess.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I don't know
switching
how
my
much
spells
time
around.
he'll need, but maybe a couple hours. But during that time, while Damien's resting, like you said, Borum, we should go check in with Belinda and then maybe look at the, make sure the town is safe.
Yeah, and just generally try to
Ease people.
ease the tension.
Yeah. So, I mean, we did everything we could last night, but I mean, we have no freaking clue
I
what's
mean,
going on.
let's be honest. You say that, but there's nothing we really could do in that situation.
Yeah, we got people to their homes, and that's kind of
Like,
that's the most. It was like the fucking there's also the sun thing that's just fine now. Like what the that's a whole other question. It may or may not be related to the stone. Who knows? But we should. I think we got a solid idea of what we need to do, but we can't waste time.
All right.
But we'll have time since he's resting.
Where do you guys go first? Do your sweep or report to Belinda?
I think, at least my idea is probably talk to Belinda.
So yeah, probably should touch base with this since we got back.
And just tell her that, like, what we're about to do is go.
All right. So you guys, walk across the square and knock on the door to town hall. It takes a minute, but Belinda opens the door. Generally speaking, Belinda, isn't rich by any means, but like is well put together.
Mm-hmm.
This time she's wearing what amounts to like an old cloak, like wrapped around like clothes that look like, in fact, as you look closer, you see are the same clothes she was wearing at the party. Her hair's a mess. If she slept since yesterday morning, you couldn't tell. Damien Borum, what can I do for you?
Simply put, we're just kind of we're gonna go around and kind of just get a general feel of everything. Try to do our best to ease the situation as much as we can, and we're more or less here to just get a little bit of your input and also to inform you of potential plans of what we're going to try to do to figure out and remedy this situation ideally.
Yeah.
You have a plan to remedy the situation?
Yeah, well, we don't know exactly what happened, but we want to make sure that the village is safe first, and then we think it might be best to check the portal again, especially since things seem to be normal. Potentially report back and get some help or some new information, but we want to make sure that we can do everything we can here first, and that everyone is as assured as they can be.
Yeah, and then it's generally just the typical getting more information and then discussing that information with people who are more, frankly speaking, knowledgeable in the functionality and how the Angel Stones work.
Because this is unlike anything we've seen or learned about.
Yeah, I see that. Sorry. The tea that's been keeping me going is wearing off, but
I actually brought some. I brewed a pot of coffee. You can have some if you want.
Thank you, lad. I've been going through the records as far back as I could find, and nothing like this has ever happened before.
Yeah, to our knowledge, there's no precedent for this. So
we certainly never heard anything about it at the academy.
Well, if you've never heard anything about it, I doubt there'd be anything in my records that wouldn't be there.
Probably
at
not.
The academy. So
maybe don't worry yourself too much about trying to solve it. I think we can handle it, but the people need to be.
No, now that the sun's up, I'll have the whole village at my door.
Yeah,
you're just the first of many.
I guess if it would be possible, can you, whenever they do come, I hope you're able to get some rest at some point, but when those people do come and are asking you things, just maybe let them know that we're taking care of things and that we're not going to stop until we know that everything's going to be okay.
Well, that's some comfort. I hope you find what we're looking for.
We do as well.
Us
Yeah.
too.
And then, time allowing at some point, like it, seeing exactly what happened to Pine Harbor.
Where's Miss Cranston?
You remember how I kind of disappeared at the party? The same thing happened to her. It just that did. Oh.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
But she didn't leave.
I thought maybe you'd sent her on ahead.
Oh,
We wish.
not alone. Never
She seems
alone.
to be have a more of a grasp on what's going on than any of us do, what little that is.
I'll take a look at her notes.
And Damien is resting. He had a similarly exhausting night.
Sardon saw him come in this morning, like almost on his knees.
Mm-hmm. In full plate, no less.
Yeah.
I actually got blinded in the explosion, so he picked up a lot of the slack because you can't really haul ass when you can't see.
No, I think not, especially not in the woods.
No.
So you're gonna check the village and then you're heading out.
Mm-hmm. To at least get more information, and then if the coast seems clear, perhaps investigate the source of this explosion, unless new information guides us otherwise.
Would we be wanting to head out the same day, or would we want to just, make sure Damien fully rests up?
I don't
Depend on
think we
him.
should give the impression of rushing out.
No.
Yeah.
So
But maybe if the people are understanding or know that we are rushing out is to solve the problem, then maybe they might be a little bit more at ease.
I think we should give it at least a full day.
Sure.
If you're gonna be going to Pine Harbor, you're gonna need to take a day or two to gather supplies, anyways.
That's true. So yeah, for today we'll just shore up defenses, make sure that everything here is good to go. Let the people know that we have their best interests first and foremost at heart. And we'll if we notice any dangers whatsoever, even if it's normal fauna predators, then we'll take care of it.
All right. So you guys go out to investigate around Good Hope.
Mm-hmm. Like a
Give me
perimeter
perception checks.
24.
Wow, that's the DC.
yeah, I got a 19.
I am wired.
Let me know when Damien wakes up, by the way.
I feel like I'm gonna. I mean, half jokingly, shouldn't you tell us when you wake up?
Well, I don't know how long it takes, actually. I don't know how exhaustion works.
You need to follow a solid 8 hours of sleep.
So I'd say it's been 8 hours, no? Did I arrive at sun
Maybe
up
we're
or sun
almost
down?
getting there.
Sun up.
Oh.
Actually,
no,
you
so
arrived 90 minutes after sun up.
So
It's
still
been about
fucked up.
20 minutes since you
Got it.
got into bed.
All right. I'm
Okay.
going back
Jack
to sleep.
snuggled up to you, Party's
Party's
talking to you, but Party even
Shut the
sounds
fuck
sad.
up, Party. It's
We're not sad,
fucking
but tired.
10 a.m. This is like, remember those times I was hungover? Okay, after college parties? This is the same vibe. Just stop. Why are you like this sometimes? Jesus Christ, he's gonna turn over and cuddle his rabbit cat thing. Go back to bed.
So
I,
we're sleeping.
I love that. It's like I'm going back.
Turns
to sleep.
off camera.
Hey, speaking of that, hold up, guys. I gotta pee over here real quick. Hold on.
All right.
You just walked off. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was that? I thought this was a bit. All right.
Um,
Back to bed.
Was there anything else of interest for him that happened?
Let's see. I mean,
Okay, I'm done.
Dominic
What I
got
missed?
stabbed in the back.
You got stabbed?
Oh shit! Yeah, that totally happened. It was like not like a real knife. It was like a butter knife, sort of like a kitchen thing. They missed, but I mean they hit me, but they didn't like stab me. But you know what I mean?
Is
The point
that
was it
tensions-
didn't
Sorry,
stab.
I like ran from. I wanted to. Yeah, I didn't want to waste too much time because we're doing stuff, so I ran to go pee really fast. But yes, did get stabbed. Turns out I have or had. I don't know if it's mine, where it came from, if I can do it again. But a halo came out over my head, and maybe
must be
Damien's
because of
church might be
your
helpful because some of these people seem to be.
personality?
Huh?
What?
What?
It's a
No.
bad
So
joke. Ignore it.
so yeah, like a real, like a for real halo. Like
Oh.
not attached, is like a glowing
Oh,
ring.
so like not like just like casting light, like
No. I can't. Well, actually, that I was gonna say I can't do magic, but as of today, like something feels different. Like I feel like this new energy coursing through my body. I don't know. I haven't tried to do anything with it, but I think something is different, and definitely different in the fact that I had a freaking halo. What the hell's that? And it disappeared once the morning came. I don't think Damien didn't see it, but yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. But the people, they didn't really like understand. Neither did I, but like they like really didn't understand in like a, I don't know, like a
scared
danger.
of you way.
They accused me of like stealing the Angel Stone's power. They thought it was my fault. So that's another PR problem that we might have to deal with if people remember. But
I feel like you'd know if you stole it, so I don't think that's
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
sorry. Did you say you saw something over there?
What?
Was
Oh no, I was just saying like when
Like
I
you-
went to go to
no?
the
I'm
bathroom,
saying
like
a
I just
perception
ran
check.
really
Yeah.
fast. But anyway, Halo, weird, who knows? Got accused. That's something, that's a for later problem. Stone seems fine. Halo disappeared. What the fuck? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But I feel fine. I feel normal other than like this like new energy I feel. But as far as the perimeter of the town, I mean, I haven't noticed anything so far.
What do your angel eyes see?
Like what? That's
Oh
not-
no, I was
so-
just making a joke.
Did you call me an angel?
No, that was an out of character. I wasn't
No.
using the voice.
Dominic, a little distracted by telling the story, a little distracted. He had to run off to pee, but he's the one who notices the grass kind of moving and shifting as you guys walk between farms.
What's
Ben,
that?
why don't you tell us what he sees?
I mean, putting it very simply, it's a snake.
What the fuck is that? Pull out my
Probably
sword.
one of the biggest snakes you've ever seen.
I fully pull out my sword and I'm like, "Ugh!"
It's a yes.
And I'm like, I see you like not reacting to it, and I'm like,
Well, it's just a snake, Dominic.
yeah, it's just a snake. Exactly.
I mean, it's a little large, sure,
These
but it's
things
just
are. This is the biggest snake I've ever seen in my whole life. What are you talking about? Do we kill it?
Oh my
Well,
god,
it's
he's
just a s-
adorable.
it's a snake. Here, I'll ask
Wait,
him.
is it a guy snake or is it a girl snake? Or
I don't
well,
fuck
actually,
with-
does
I
it
don't-
matter?
I don't
I
know.
don't-
I
It
haven't.
doesn't matter.
I will.
We
Hold
don't
on, let
have
me-
those where I'm from.
I'm gonna.
You've never seen a snake?
I'm
Not,
gonna-
I've seen it.
Well, you
I've,
two talk. I'm gonna cast Speak of Animals on
I've
myself
seen it
and
in
talk to the
pictures and
snake.
stuff, like not in like the textbooks. Like,
But sea snakes are a thing.
Hi,
hissing at us.
Hi, Mr. Snake. What's up? Do you need help getting back to the forest?
No,
No?
I'm
I'm
hiding
good
behind Verity.
here.
Like,
You
Oh,
seem
okay.
nice. How did you learn to talk snake?
It's it's very difficult to explain.
It's a snake.
It's
It's a little guy.
basically it's just really committing to getting in touch with nature is the simplest, and animals is the
I see. So can you talk snake all the time?
I mean, yes and no. I can do it for periods of time, but I can only do it so much.
I see. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never met a two-leg or any leg that could talk snake.
I mean, yes. I'm sorry. I understand your curiosity. I just want to really make sure you're not gonna hurt other two legs as you refer to them, or well, any legs in the village. And
I would never hurt anyone.
oh, that's good.
Warren, what's this saying?
He's not gonna
Except
hurt
to
people.
eat them.
Oh no. Well, okay. Well,
That's
we're not.
something else.
Stop being such a scaredy cat,
That's
Dom.
just like what a snake would say.
Well,
I'm hiding behind Verity, and I'm like 3 feet taller. But I'm like
I am not
I'm
as
just
much
crouching
of a shield.
behind this
I am
5'6"
You
person.
can literally
whatever.
throw me.
I'm trying.
And
to,
Borum's even smaller.
I was
and
gonna
he's
say I like the lineup. We have
I'm
a person like this big, and then this
yes.
big, and then like
It's like this, and I'm like trying to crouch behind.
I am not the thing that is going to protect you from the snake.
I won't
Why not?
eat any
Because it's
of the
just a snake.
two legs.
Just the snake.
But
Okay, but
maybe
we
some
got-
of the small 4 legs.
I don't know what the pet situation is, but I do know that there are some animals that the townspeople would prefer you not to eat.
Then they should make sure that I can't get them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a snake. I assume you're very good at being able to get into places.
The best.
Yeah.
That's what snakes do. We get in and we eat.
And that's what I'm worried about, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to slither into some place, eat some cat or dog or something that the townspeople don't want you to eat, and then they're going to come after you and try to kill you, because
tell the other 2 legs that it's not personal.
well,
Everything eats.
yes, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, we could try to figure out some way that's mutually beneficial, like,
Are you going to feed me?
I mean, if that's what it takes to make sure you don't go around eating dogs and cats and other animals, we could figure that
I do
out.
not
Yes.
know what you mean. Dogs and cats.
There are certain 4 legs that
All
2
4
legs
legs
are
are
very
food.
upset if you eat, and so the 2 legs would hunt you down if
You
ate.
mean the juvenile 2 legs that walk on 4?
I mean, yes, those definitely as well.
I know not to eat those, but
But
all
there
other
are
4 legs are good.
well, no, because there
There
are
are
some
2
4
legs
leg.
and 4 legs, and there's nothing else. Well, there's also many legs.
Yeah.
Many legs do not fill me up.
Can we just? We are in a little bit of a rush, so for now, can we just try to? Can can you just like I can feed you for now, and then we can figure out a more long-term solution when we have a bit more time. Would that work?
If you feed me, then I will not eat 4 legs
Okay.
or many legs.
Yes, that'd be great. If we come across something that you can eat, maybe I can tell you, but otherwise, can you refrain from eating things that you see? That'd be great. I think. 1 second, Dominic. We still have some meat and stuff left over for the lion, right?
You're gonna feed it?
Yes, that is by
Wait,
far
hold
the
the.
easy.
Are you gonna? We're not keeping this. You're gonna
Well,
keep it as a pet?
No, we're just making sure that it's not going to terrorize the village and get killed. It's an
Okay.
animal; it deserves to
It's
live
not.
as well.
If there's no
It's
way
not-
this is coming in the house.
The snake is not going to eat you, Dominic.
It might. It could
I'm
try.
sure
Doubt
he'll.
it.
They
I'm
can
sure he
unhinge their
gives.
jaws super wide.
I'm sure he gives the best hugs.
Look at it! Look at
Dominic.
it! Look at it! It's making fun of me.
But because you're acting scared. If you act
It's
scared, you're just gonna
scary.
You're just gonna embolden it.
The
Okay,
big 2
anyway,
legs
Don't put victim
acts
blame.
like
It's
food.
not my fault. Wait, but yes, hold on. Let me. Here's like a. Here's like a drumstick.
well,
Why
Anyway.
didn't you just have a drumstick in your pocket?
I just put them in a little baggie.
hold on. I think I have.
It's
It's in my bag, isn't it? The tiger meat, the food for the tiger. One
Oh
second.
boy, while I am sleeping, I sure hope my allies and companions are saving the world while I am asleep.
But it hands you just like some loose chicken.
Why do you have pockets full of chicken?
I didn't
hold
want
on,
it to
no,
go to
it's-
waste. It was a
I-
fuck.
I have the food that we were going to give the lion in my bag. Hold on, and then I'll
Okay, well, give me the
give
chicken back.
said snake.
Give me the chicken back. I want that.
There you go.
Put it back in my bag. Well, it's like just a sack that I like.
The food smells like fire.
No, this one was raw because it was.
Oh.
Do you? Well, like we are spending a lot of like. Is this or do you have like? You haven't really filled this in. Do you have a plan, or is this just like for like a conservationist effort,
Well,
or like?
it's a wild animal.
If we do this, don't we have to do it every day then?
I mean, animals
The
do
big
tend to eat
two
every day.
legs.
I
Yes.
just mean if
Talks a
the idea is to
lot.
feed it now to prevent it from doing anything to the village, doesn't that mean we have to feed it every day so it doesn't
I
do
mean,
anything?
You know,
to the
I
village?
talked to
don't
the snake about
snakes,
this,
like,
about
don't
how
snakes
we're kind
typically
of.
hunt like mice and shit.
Yeah, Alice is not gonna like this.
I
Oh.
talked
Not
to
that
the
she's a
snake
mouse,
about
but
this,
you know
about
what I
how I was gonna feed it because we were mildly short on time for now,
Mhm.
and maybe it's important to mention that this snake is a medium-sized creature, also known as very, very large.
Yeah, it's the
And-
biggest snake I've ever seen or heard of.
I think it's bigger than me.
Is the forest full of things like this?
I mean, not exactly like this, but I'm sure. I mean, there's snakes and bugs,
Oh,
and
God.
we fought spiders that
I'm-
were very,
Yeah,
very
but
big.
I don't know. It's just like I don't
Is
know.
it-
This changes everything. If
I
the
mean,
forest
this
is
snake
full of shit like this, I'm gonna be way more alert.
I mean, this snake is gonna grow up too. Like, this isn't a full.
This is a
It's
is a young one.
baby.
Well, not a
It's a baby.
baby.
This is a
but,
young one.
Yeah, it has room to grow. Like,
How big is it gonna get? Like big as
probably
me?
like twice as big.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's awesome.
We can't just leave this near the village.
What-
We need to relocate it.
That is why I'm saying, like, okay, I talked to the snake about this. Maybe I should talk to you about this, but because we're kind of,
Yeah, you've just been hissing at each other for like 10 minutes.
because we're kind of, trying to get around the entire area and show everyone that all is well, that we're
Mhm,
kind of maybe in a little bit of a rush. So I was going to
Mhm.
feed it.
I would consider this as not all as well.
It's just
It's
a
not-
snake.
It's not a
Not
monster.
just a snake. Yes, it is.
It is just a
Agree to
snake.
disagree. Continue, Barham.
It's not giving off magic vibes.
Doesn't
Like,
have to be
d-
magical to be dangerous. That tiger
Okay,
bit
but
me.
like,
No, but they're both wild animals. Like they want.
Can I
food.
have the meat?
You want more meat?
It looks like it wants something. I don't like when it does that with its tongue. It's making eye contact when it does the tongue thing.
I mean, maybe it just doesn't like you.
Well, good. The feeling's mutual.
I can taste the meat on the air.
Are you talking? I think he wants the chicken, right? No, which
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
do want
You want the
the chicken now.
yeah, he wants
Give
the
him
chicken
meat.
as well.
I was really looking forward.
Why don't you feed him, Dominic?
No,
It'll be a good
absolutely
bonding
not. Here,
experience.
here.
Oh my
take
god,
it.
I'll do it. I'll
Here,
do it.
okay, take it. I'm not.
Verity
I'm
tosses the
fully behind
drumstick
you.
to the snake.
It gobbles it up. I mean, like a snake gobble. I mean, it's a big snake.
It eats
It's a chicken leg. Yeah, you know, like it just.
See, there, he's happy.
Anyways, can you just do me a favor, and we can discuss this more later. But you're good on food for now, right?
I'll follow.
Yeah. Just can I just ask you to please follow us, just so that there's no no one freaks out too much and tries to kill you. It's because you said you didn't want to go back to the forest, so it's
Much
just
meat here.
there is plenty of meat here, and I'm sure we will find more meat elsewhere. But yes, I'm just asking you to come with us for now to help keep you safe and keep the villagers safe, and the other 2 legs and 4 legs safe. Anyways,
All
is that
right.
acceptable?
So, Barham, are we done here? Is it?
Yeah, I'm a snake
is it
charmer.
happy now? Okay. Well then, bye, Mr.
Wait,
Snake.
wait.
No,
are
no,
you,
he's
are
coming
you
with
keeping?
us.
You keeping him?
What?
You
Well,
keeping him?
Well, it's a wild animal. I don't know about keeping
It's
him.
coming
Like
with
he
us.
wants,
I
to,
just-
but he's gonna hang out with you.
I just to make sure that he doesn't get hurt and that he doesn't hurt anyone else.
Could this be? Hear me out. Could this be like a? I'm warming up to the idea of, because it's giant and horrifying. But I'm warming up to the idea of maybe this is like a forest friend. Like whenever we venture out of the village, maybe we can link up with your monster friend here, and it can help us out.
It is an
But
animal. It's
but
not
it
a
does
monster.
not come into the village ever.
He is literally in the village right now, basically.
We're on like the
Technically,
edge. We're at the, but you know what I mean. Like those, you're talking about not trying to freak the people out. They're really gonna freak out if the biggest snake that they've ever seen just slithers into the village. It's 100% gonna eat
Well, it's not the
Damien's pet.
biggest.
It's gonna
well, it's
eat
not
Damien's
the biggest
pet
I've
for
seen.
sure if it comes in. It's gonna eat. What about people's cats and dogs and
No,
stuff like that?
he said he won't do that. He said he's good for now.
For
And
now,
I'm gonna
wait. So
well,
it
see,
gave
part
you
of
its
this is-
word.
Yeah. Well, part of this is like I'm gonna like show him, the different things he can't eat to make sure that, as time goes on, like we don't have to worry about him.
Look. I trust you, so I'm gonna just back. All I'm saying is that the word snake is constantly connotated with being a liar. So I'm not you, but snake. So we're taking a snake's word that it won't eat it. I trust you, but if something happens, there's going to be a problem.
Yes,
and I hope that you
trust,
back me up on that when there is a
yes,
problem.
and I trust you. And well,
I'm not
maybe-
gonna do anything unless there's a problem. And if
well,
there's
see,
a
that's
problem,
what I'm saying. Like I trust you guys to be able to take care of the situation if it escalates to that point. My goal is to keep preventing it from escalating to that point.
I mean,
Okay.
this snake, it seems like it's pretty chill with you.
this is
So
going to
I'm
take an
going
adjustment
to-
period.
I
I'm
find
going
snakes
to-
actually to be quite they're often misunderstood. You know,
Well, like
a lot of people
they look
consider
really
snakes to
cool,
be
and like
reserved.
I heard they're really cuddly actually because like they like body heat, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes
They
sense.
just
Well,
yeah. So they because
more
Dominic,
cuddles
I
for
bet you he
you
gives really good hugs.
under no circumstances. And I, again, especially if you especially like this thing, and have become friends with it,
I've
like
spent a
I
lot
don't
of
want to
time looking
accidentally
at
do
snakes
anything to it.
because you wouldn't believe how many people want tattoos with snakes. So to get to see one up close like this, that's going to be great for my designs.
So
All I'm
I'm
saying-
from chocolate. What's
If
the
it's a
duration
friend, I don't wanna
on
hurt your
Speak with
friend.
Animals?
Does it not say in that list?
3
Oh, it
plus your
doesn't.
cleric level rounds per day.
Rounds.
Oh, so it's wore off by now.
Hold on. Is it rounds? It's minute per level, so 4 minutes.
Okay, well, it's definitely been more than 4 minutes that you guys have been arguing about the snake.
Yeah.
I'm trusting you. But
Oh,
you're usually the most careful one of
Hold
all
on.
of us, and this seems like a wild choice for you. And so that is
No, it
the
is an
only reason
animal.
for my
Okay,
hesitance.
Hold
It's
on
Think
over.
one
It's
second.
over.
Hold on.
It's
I'm
over.
gonna cast.
I'm done. We're
Hold on.
good.
The snake's trying to say something.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna talk to it again?
Yeah. Well, he's obviously was trying to say something.
Ugh.
Yes.
I'm gonna shut
Sorry,
up.
I didn't quite understand what you said earlier. Can you repeat yourself, Mr. Snake?
I'll follow you.
Okay.
Where are we going?
We're just kind of going around town and making sure everything's safe for now. I'm gonna kind of we're gonna at the same time, I figure we can kind of point out like the things that you shouldn't be eating, just to make sure you know that not to eat those things.
I won't eat the 4 legs if you keep feeding me.
Well, that does make it easier, but you are technically a wild animal, and like it seemed like you should, it seems like a bad idea to accidentally domesticate you and make you like.
I live here now. You feed me or I eat 4 legs.
All right. Well, I guess this is
That's
happening.
the nature of
They
things.
seem to be making a deal.
I lived with
mean-
Borum for a while. Like I'm used to this.
Oh, I'm not. So
You're gonna.
we're losing daylight.
We can
should-
we can work out the specifics of
Okay.
this deal later.
Again,
but
I-
yes, for
You don't
now,
need to
we-
explain yourself
just
anymore.
vaguely-
I trust you.
I'm talking to the snake.
Oh, never mind.
We can work out the nature of this deal like more specifically later. But yes, for now, we can generally say that I will keep you fed and you don't hurt things that I don't want you to hurt. Please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Other thing that you saw in that perception roll. You were distracted by the conversation, by the snake, by having to go pee. Now it finally twigs to you. You had walked outside of the Angel Stone as you were going around here. Without realizing it, it's a solid 6 or 7 feet smaller than it was yesterday, or at
Oh,
least
the
last time you were through
protection
here.
area is smaller.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, guys. 1 second. I know we're about to keep moving, but and then I move to the left, or I back up, or whichever direction is towards the village, about 7 feet. And then what do I feel?
The hum,
And then I take 1 step
and it's
away.
gone.
What are you looking at on your wrist?
The bondstone.
Does it change color? I thought we
No, it
felt
just it kind of vibrates a little bit. I can feel it when we're inside. And
Well, what's did something.
It's usually like over here, right? I mean, I don't know. Every time we leave, like I make sure to clock like the moment when we walk outside of the Angelstone field, and normally it's over there. It's like
Are you saying it got smaller?
at least in this area, it's a circle, so like probably the whole thing. It would be weird if it was just this spot, right? I mean, I'll try to make sure as we keep going around the perimeter, but like it's definitely it's like noticeably shorter. Not a few inches either. It's like feet.
Oh, that's
It's like
Well,
for me
shit.
at least like 4 paces. Okay. Well, it's not like a huge problem right now, but
It has the potential
it's
to be
something
one
that's
if it happens
yes,
again.
exactly. I didn't even know that could happen. So knowing
Well,
that's something
I
more we
mean,
can report at least.
I
Maybe we
will
can
add
learn
it
more.
to the notes that Alice left behind.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we didn't know that could happen have happened.
I
Like,
know, but I'm just saying for our like learning more and our report back, like they need to know that, and maybe they can tell us what would cause that, or if they've never heard of that, then that's a huge deal.
well, I'm even just like, say something got inside, like our friend here, which I wish I would have asked him like 3 minutes ago when I could still speak to him in his name. Anyways, our friend here, if basically what I'm trying to say is, once the thing comes back down, if something was with ill intent, typically something with ill intent can't come back into the area and whatnot. But if it comes down and that thing's in the area already, do they slowly get pushed out, or can they just stay in?
That's true.
Well, no, I think they can just stay in because the idea was like people can do shit to each other inside, but if they leave and then try to come back in when they want to do something shitty, then they can't come
So,
back in.
it's like if you're in, then you're already in, kind of thing.
Kind of like vampire stories, like that.
Are those real?
Vampires?
Yeah.
I believe so. I mean, that's why, like, that's how stories get told, or started.
Just figures.
I mean, they're
like
certainly
a legend
in
or something.
the bestiaries, like in the bestiary books.
All right. Well, I feel like so this thing is following us. One.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Then I guess let's finish the sweep and then go check on Damien.
All right, so you guys
Well, where is Borum and the snake walking? Like just position wise. Or wherever you are, I'm on the like opposite side.
I was gonna say,
then,
let me get you. The
and-
real thing is you want to make sure that you're not.
Yeah,
next to
I'm on
Snake.
the opposite side, and then like a couple more feet further.
Verity resigns themselves to standing in between Dominic and the snake.
Yeah, so
I guess I will be in the back and then Snake behind me.
Okay, so I'm way in the front.
Wow, Dominic's really eager to lead today.
Oh fuck!
I know. I wonder what it could be.
I don't get me wrong. I know, but it's kind of funny to see him like this.
I'm just like arms.
I
full.
wonder
right.
what. I wonder
so you guys
what our
complete your
buddy is
circuit.
doing.
You know, besides finding that, like I said, 6-7 feet, it's not quite regular. If anything, like, it's supposed to be like a perfect circle, but it's kind of wobbly, or not wobbly, but like it's not perfect anymore.
Would Verity have a map of Good Hope, or have been made one at this point already?
Possibly.
I think you did start on one.
Yeah. So I feel like what they would do is they would take out the one they have, and just kind of like mark off where the boundaries have changed.
Also, just maybe, yeah, maybe just thinking, maybe we should think about making more visual markers just to be able to get a better frame of reference.
Sure.
it's happening.
Anytime we
can-
come across like a
can-
little like deviated area, we can just put like a wooden.
I actually still have
spike or something.
arcane mark prepped, so I can leave a mark.
Okay.
Is arcane mark permanent?
I believe so.
Let me take a goosey gander.
I believe on a non-living material it's permanent, and
Permanent.
on a living material it's a month, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's permanent unless it's living material, or like rather a person.
Could do like a tree nearby or something to count as living material.
All right.
Yeah, a living being. So that implies movement in some degree of knowledge and interacting with the environment. But yeah, so like rocks or maybe on the side, just something permanent looking.
Something people would notice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys complete a circuit of the whole village.
Hmm.
It takes you most of the day. I mean, it's a 5-mile radius, so that's a pretty big circle when you're going around the edge. Using Verity's arcane mark and marking things on the map, you really soon learn that the perfect circle is no longer perfect. It's not too deformed at any one area. At most, maybe 8, 9, 10 feet. In no place does it go out. Other places, it's just a perfect,
Radio.
arc that you kind of walk around, and it's untouched. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to
I
how
think-
the damage happened.
I think it'd be important to see like if there's any degree of physical degradation in the Angel Stone, as well as periodically monitoring to see if the degradation continues or with time it begins to heal itself, because that will indicate us to like maybe the likelihood of this happening again, and how much of a continuing problem this is going to be.
Yeah. As long as if you mark it on the map, then we can go back and know exactly which spots to check.
And then once I'll coordinate it with Alice, and we can see if like between the two of us we can do some more
Like a pattern or something.
in-depth like alchemical and arcane analysis, hopefully. And see
Data
what we can figure.
analysis. All right.
Let's go check
So-
on the sleepyhead.
Yeah, the sun is coming down as you guys make it back to your house. I've got to get rid of this bag of candy. It's making all
And
sorts
by
of noise.
you guys, does this include the snake?
It includes the snake.
Mhm.
In fact, Damien wakes up about now to a pair of slitted serpentine eyes looking him in the eyes.
He's gonna just immediately grab him by the throat. Like, ah, shit. Jack, bite him, eat him. He's tasty, motherfucker.
The
I'm not
snake is like as
stopping
big
this.
as you.
He's gonna like
Who's-
fully be like trying to wrestle this back.
Is somebody gonna stop him?
I think that's Borum's friend.
Yeah, please stop hurting him.
I
That's like the opposite of what we're trying to do here.
Look,
I
I'm
need
not.
context. You just let the snake slither up Damien's face while he
Yeah.
was sleeping.
That's our
He's just
bad.
watching you, like
That's our bad. No, it's messed up. That's
You
our bad. We
kinda,
should
Fucked
not.
up.
No one wants to wake up to a snake. That's
Yeah.
literal
Honestly,
nightmare fuel.
Okay, it's actually not that bad. I've had it a couple of times.
It is though.
happened a
It's
couple
sad.
of times
Stop,
before.
stop that! You're causing it to be worse.
Motherfucker. Yeah, well, you're not the one who brought a snake into my bedroom without asking. That's fucked up.
It is. I agree.
Borum's done
Violent.
that. Borum has
100%
done
agree.
this before. Like
Well, not
Well,
this.
What happened
Well,
to you,
you've
Borum?
brought-
You
you've
used to be
brought-
rational.
you've brought like critters
Exactly.
in all the
That's what I'm
time. Like
saying.
you always had a little friend hanging out, little critter friend.
All right, you
Well,
said
yeah,
a fuck away
because they
from
needed
Jack,
help.
snake
Like
boy.
the
Yes.
the little bird has like its broken wing or whatnot. It's just
Tell
Yeah, like
it
no,
to
they were always cute, and it was
not
great
mess
for like
with
the life studies.
the Jack
and
Rap
whatnot.
Jack
it's
thing.
he's not gonna eat. He promised he won't eat anything today, just because I fed him. So he's fine. He's chill. It's just
Yeah, it's chill, Damien. See?
Anything
chill.
happens to my goddamn pet, I will kill this snake. This is a
Same.
threat. This is actively a threat.
I'm fully backing you up on this.
This is
anyway,
I'm threatening you.
Your
This
Your
is a
brother does not.
Sorry
like the
to wake
snake
you up
being
in such a state of anxiety.
Yeah,
but how do you feel?
I'm feeling better.
I will
Mechanically,
make sure the
I'm
snake's
okay.
not hurt.
You look better.
Mechanically, I'm okay. Hey, I always look good.
Well,
But
maybe
I'm a
shave
little-
first and then we'll talk.
no, I think the beard suits me.
Or at
It's
least trim
godly.
it. Come on, man.
No, it's godly. I can't.
But anyway,
affect,
we
you know. Palace
So
is
facial
created.
hair
Just
is a religious experience.
to
now.
give you the update and
Yeah,
then
what's going on?
tell them everything we just did.
Oh God, it's you guys spent 2 hours talking to us. All right. Anyway,
Felt like
Didn't take
5.
that
the
long.
walls are shutting off.
Not off, but there's like little like dents in it everywhere. now and
It
then.
feels
it's
like this is
kinda
gonna happen
like-
again.
It's kind of like when you have a stone and you run water on it long enough, like it starts to kind of like get dips in it. It's kind of like that.
Erosion. It's getting eroded.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell just because how new it is. If it's something that will heal itself,
Any-
or if it's something that's going to worsen. We're not sure yet, but
Damien's gonna sit up in the bed, put his hand on his head, and be like,
Yeah.
"I was
may
so close to figuring it out.
I actually may have a way.
I was just there."
Because I had a lot of time to think when we were on our way back, and I think I cracked it.
Oh
so,
shit!
like-
Are you still blind?
No, I am
Nice.
not.
Oh, sick.
But like I was, so I had a lot of time to fucking think and just like put the arcane shit out in my head and plan it. I think I can.
You got
have
something?
you show me.
Oh, wait, damn! You're saying you like what did you
I
learn?
like. I
you
think
saw?
I got it when I was with the stone. Like I got like a vibe, but like I can't. It's like
The
a puzzle,
words.
but there's too many puzzle pieces.
Oh yeah, I
so have
remember
to
you
put it
like
together.
you said you figured it out, but you just like couldn't explain it because
Yeah,
you don't have
it's
the
like too
words
big
for it.
brain for me. I have a small brain.
Come on, be nice to yourself. But
You
but
don't
if you
have
could,
you don't have the same. You don't have the framework.
if you
like,
could
you know it, but you
show-
don't have the framework.
if you could show and then put
I don't think I
it
can
that
put it
together,
completely
maybe
in my
that's
head.
something.
I don't know how that would work.
Well, it's a spell.
What does it do?
You just I cast it and you pick the memory.
Okay,
And
I
you
picked
show
the
me.
memory. Okay, I can do that. Okay.
We need to get the information out of your brain since it won't come out of your mouth, and
That's
then make
smart.
it come out of her mouth.
That's smart.
Well, no, it's just more like it shows me, and then because like I'm used to all this, like the technical bits.
You can say it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's literally what Dominic said.
That's what I said. Take the thing, pluck it out of his brain, put it in your brain so it could come out of your mouth.
So basically, can I do the spell? All right. Where is it? There it is. And like just all right, just think about the whole thing, and then just like grab my hand and just think about the thing, and it'll show me.
All right, he's gonna be like cycling through memories, and you see like brief glimpses of a variety of very
How are you
embarrassing
doing it like it's a
situations.
touchscreen
like
slideshow?
him getting like the shit beat out of him multiple times. The time he like pissed his bed and like didn't tell anyone about it. Like just really
show
embarrassing
me,
things.
just show me the thing.
Oh, this one. Got it. All right, he's gonna pick the memory.
Okay. Let me just check something.
Ooh, can we say this is an aid? Like, can I try to aid another? Because it's my memory.
I doubt either of the two of us can either.
What can I give you? Oh,
Okay,
will
so this is-
save?
And that like supplanting the
Jesus.
memory you're
This
trying to.
Is
Nat
Oh,
one, baby.
perfect. Natural one.
Is
I
it an
didn't
intelligence
roll
check?
the intelligence. I didn't because I was just checking something quick. I can use inspired on this, so I'm
Yeah.
going to use
Yeah,
inspired
whatever
on
you
this
can
just
do
to
to
roll
buff
it
this.
twice.
Okay.
So
Pretty good.
22.
Oh,
Pretty decent.
You said the DC was 20 last time.
Mhm.
No,
You don't know who I'm talking about. You don't know who I'm talking. I'm talking
all
about my
Borum
new
and Dominic see
girlfriend.
is them just
Her
like,
name was Jessica. I met her during my 6-month trip.
This isn't your
yeah,
mind.
y-
You can't
yeah,
like
you're
argue
not.
against
You,
this.
you can't control this narrative.
He's trying to
don't-
create
I
a
don't
fake
even know if you
memory
know
of
this is
She's
Jessica.
happening.
looking through objective memories.
Jessica.
22. Mhm. Because when it felt like it was imploding, coming back, returning.
There's some demonic shit.
For reference, Damien rolled a 16 on the other one.
I need to go kill the demons that are doing this. I've always been taught that if something goes backwards, it's a demon. It's like left-handed people, demonic.
Does it would it be interpreted as like a demonic presence in the intelligence check? Yeah.
Like how, if you play
And,
Led
like,
Zeppelin backwards,
feel like
it's Satan
Verity
worshiping.
also knows, like, Damien has this weird thing about being able to tell if things are actually evil, and this isn't. It's not like the same way that he talks about it.
Could I do like some sort of religious check to try and figure out if there's religious historical significance to things going backwards? But doesn't she know
Well,
that?
Verity will. They will reiterate what they see.
Yeah.
Kind of stumbling over their words a bit because of the other shit they saw. And they are a
Damien
little.
has no idea you saw this, by the way. He's just hanging out. So what's up?
You're coming out of the spell now.
Okay. Ha. Ha. Ah.
You got
Oh,
something?
did you see that time I pissed myself? I'm sorry.
I
Why
saw
would you?
quite-
Why would you just
I
admit
saw
that out
quite
loud?
a
about
few
that.
Why would
things
you
that
out
you
yourself like
probably
that?
wouldn't want me specifically to know. And we'll
Definitely
leave
the
it at
piss thing. Definitely. Sorry, gang. I was a chronic bedwetter second year. It was a
Damien?
problem.
Sound
Damien,
oddly
Damien.
proud of
It
yourself,
was
and
not
I
proud of
don't
it.
want to
It's
get into
only
this
like a
right
couple
now.
Damien,
times.
we
Like,
will
why
have
are
a
you trying to?
conversation about it later. Because it's a bit more.
I don't want to. What is a conversation? What is this?
Damn, you must have seen something really weird for him to
Lots
be
of
really
tears.
for him to
Lots
lean
of tears.
Myself
into.
twice?
Can
He's
we
really leaning
I
into
can
the
we
would've
please
bedwetter
move
thing.
on to
Yes.
the topic that actually matters?
Okay, yeah. So it was playing backwards.
What was?
The music. Cuz when you touch it, you can hear like angels singing, but it was
I
backwards.
feel like a hum or what, like you mean like singing?
No, like
singing?
specifically him specifically.
Can I do a religious
You
check
were
now?
you said it felt weird, It's because you were hearing it backwards, so it wasn't going the way it was supposed to be. So like, if rather than bum bum bum, it was bum bum bum.
So something like however they normally function, it was
Well, like,
reversed.
when it exploded, it was like everything was moving in towards where the
Yeah, it didn't
explosion
really
happened.
explode. It
It
imploded.
imploded. Yeah, it imploded. So what that implies to me is like a reversal, a return to the source. I don't know.
Can I do a religious check?
You really want to do a religion
I
check?
want to do it.
Also,
I think
not
this
one
should be
other.
I'm trying to figure out if in any of the texts that I've read or any of the studies that I did or anything, because he's an angel, right? The deity I follow is an angel explicitly. If there's any mentions of like angelic choirs and what a reversal of such a choir could mean or indicate, especially like demonic presence or things like that.
So, as a quick other meta question while he's rolling, what are the angel stones normally cold?
17. I don't know anything
Could
about
I try?
Find a roll religion.
Is
But
it
guys,
like
there's no religious
Here,
significance at all.
Are
is
the
it a
angel
planar
stones
thing?
normally like really cold or like noticeably cold? But not like magically cold or anything. Okay, because I was thinking because they were heating up, like if that was reversed, they're normally cold, if that was reversed, that's why they might have started heating up.
Like the reversal of like the energy being sucked back in.
But energy transfer
Overloading it?
equals heat. Yeah.
And
Huh.
maybe the effect of it, that implosion, maybe it kind of like stole some of the energy from other angel stones, thus causing the degradation.
Man, this is a really bad time for Alice to not be here.
What am I?
Yeah, we should be careful about drawing such
Big leaps.
It's
leaps.
well, like it's more like I'm laying out possibilities as I see them.
I'm more making sure that we understand these are hypotheticals and we're not.
Yeah, no, like I am
saying-
very much operating it as a hypothetical because
Yeah,
like I'm used to looking at.
No, I understand that I'm just making sure that everybody understands that these are hypotheticals. That we're thinking aloud.
I don't think that was ever in question.
I'm just making sure.
Either way, we just need to report back anything that we've learned, and maybe they can fill in the gaps.
Yeah, what did I miss while I was out? Also gone.
Not much. We just kind of like, protected the village and everything.
Yeah, we small chat.
We didn't even fight. We didn't find anything. We didn't fight her.
We found a snake, and then
like
we just
before
talked to
when I was gone.
Oh, gone
Did I miss anything?
Oh, like during the night? I mean, we just like, tried to be like, a beacon in the night and help people, be a guiding light back to their houses.
Awesome. So I didn't miss anything of importance.
I mean, it was pretty scary. It was chaotic. Like everyone was kind of freaking out, but it was mostly fine.
Specific. Okay, awesome. That's cool. All right. Well, I'm good to
go. There was a Halo. And I got stabbed. I'll talk to you about it later.
Stabbed?
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about it, but then they asked, and I already told them.
Who had the Halo?
Me.
Oh.
I'm not even religious. You know this.
Did you steal the power of the Angel Stone?
You can't be that dumb. Or you're fucking with me.
I don't know, bro.
You're messing with me, right?
If you did, I got your back. I'm just saying, like, did you? Like, it's one of those moments.
How
like,
would I even
tell me
do
if
that?
you killed someone and we need to hide a body. Like, I'll do it with you.
If I did, I feel like I would notice. I feel like I would have like.
Okay, so you didn't do it like I'm saying purposefully.
I mean, yeah, I'm not ruling it out, but I touched it. I did touch it. and that happened later, but I don't
Do you
think it's
want an
because
exorcism?
of
I can do a quick exorcism if that's what you're looking
I don't
for.
have demons in me. But
You
well,
never
I mean,
know. Dude, there was this one dude when I was with the journeyman during my apprenticeship. He was suddenly became an excellent farmer. It was a farming demon the whole time. It was crazy. You will never. Some of these demons are actually good guys. They just help you farm better. It's crazy. He did
that's
end
a
up eating
weird
his
thing to
children,
hear coming from
but like
you.
until the children eating part, very good farmer.
So what? Some demons just want that pastoral fantasy.
Yeah,
just-
some
but,
demons are
like,
just like
also,
dudes.
What a
Also eat
weird,
children, but
what a weird choice of a way to spend your time as like an extra planar being.
weird guys.
I
Go
want to play
plant
farming
crops.
As a
simulator now.
modern comparison, it's kind of like playing Stardew Valley. Okay, you could go out there and live your life, or you stay in a room and play farmer. It's the same concept.
Yeah. You heard it
Has
here
an
first.
oddly
But
specific
you heard it here
name
first.
reference.
Concerned Ape, the developer of Stardew Valley, is a demon.
Yeah, like Russell Brand.
Yeah.
That is a very
Anyway.
specific
Farming
jab.
sims
Point is,
are a demonic activity. You heard
maybe
it
you
here
need an
first.
exorcism. If you ever need one, I'm here.
Well, speaking of that, I think What were you just saying that? As like, oh no,
Well,
other
I
than
need
just
rations.
fill Damien in and stock up.
Yeah, just like take our rest.
That doesn't need
so
to.
we
We don't. I
can
don't think
like
we need to like have a conversation with a
Roleplay that.
shopkeeper. We
stock
can
our
just
shit.
Throw a few dollars worth.
Yeah.
Sick.
I mean, the easier math is just 15 minutes, by the way.
Numbers. Math.
we
No,
did. Yeah.
dumbass.
Stomp skull.
It got really quiet.
Well, like, are we on the next day, or are we just like finishing
Well,
up like the
set the
ending
scene.
bits?
Oh,
of
thought we
he's
were
back
heading
too.
out. No. Damien just slept for 20 hours straight, so he's feeling
Put the
great.
hood over the ball cap.
Everyone apparently is chilled today.
Heating is expensive.
Just
Yeah,
Oh, I fucking wish.
it's like 8 here, I think.
Emperor Michael.
Sorry, I use Celsius because I'm an adult.
Fahrenheit is for people. Celsius is for water.
I hate America.
Can't
Yeah.
hear
So
Mike.
the other spell I grabbed, thanks to the level up, was communal mount.
Mike, you are inaudible.
I can hear him. I can hear him.
well,
That's
no,
fine.
through the
Hold on.
on the other side.
Oh, never mind.
And so like what I can do, so what I can I would summon 2, and so it would last for 4
We can't
hours.
hear you, Mike. Nice.
Yeah.
Testing. I'm gonna take that as a new. Maybe. Nope.
That's because I had muted myself in
Ah,
the
there we go.
computer, not on my microphone. I don't even know how I did that.
I don't understand why people can't hear
Big
me. I
no.
muted myself and
We
they
got
should
a
be able
big
to hear me.
no. Oh, there it is. All right, we're
Yeah.
good to go.
Because usually there's a button on my microphone, and that's what I use. I don't know why I muted myself on the computer.
We got you now.
Awesome. All right. So you guys, you guys could hear me. So let me repeat for the rest of the world. You guys,
Can you look
bright and
into the
early-
mic, please? Thank you.
Bright and early the next day, you guys take off. Verity uses her new communal mount spell. What's the duration on that?
2 hours per level, divided in 2-hour increments among the steeds summoned. I would be summoning 2 steeds, so 1 Sea Strike and then 1 other person, 2 each horse, so it would last for 4 hours.
All right.
And
If your communal mount lasts for longer than 4 hours, please be in touch with the herbologist.
I might choose to ignore that.
What do the mounts look like?
they're shadowy looking horses. They're like gray horses.
Then if it's usually like it would be a 3-day trip to Pine Harbor. Let's say that you guys are making double your normal time because of the horses. Maybe even a little bit more because Borum's not slowing you down. Same with
Your little legs.
Damien and his armor.
I mean, it's
So-
fair. Don't get
Game's
me
too-
wrong, it's fair, but
Damn, is too thick.
I'm a natural. I'm a long distance runner.
Because we'd be following like the pre-made paths, would we be able to see the portal along the way?
What do you mean?
On the way to Pine Harbor.
I don't think it.
Yes, you go by the portal on your way to Pine
Yes.
Harbor.
Is
It
it
will-
working?
Can we check it real quick
Yeah, of course.
on the way?
Give me I think if you have it, give me a spellcraft check.
Okay.
Hey, I do have it.
I do not. It's a class skill. but I'm not ranked.
25.
Please get a 24. It'll be so funny.
Do, 15.
22. I rolled a 19.
So yesterday when you tried the gate, or I guess 2 days ago when you tried the gate, it was completely dead. It's working now, but or it's not so much that it's working now. There is some magical energy flow going on,
Yeah.
but it is completely scrambled.
Like,
We get the sense that if we went through it, it would not take us where we expect it to go.
No, like there's not even enough like order to it to actually establish the gate.
Mm.
Oh,
Can I look at it, examine to like see if there's any sort of repairs I could do?
Can I try and hit it really hard like an old CRT?
I imagine it's like these portals are not like physical objects, right? They're like floating in space, or at least that's how
Well,
I've been picturing them.
No,
Is there like a platform and everything?
They would
No,
be
no,
kind of
no.
like plant gates.
like this one is made. They're kind of disguised. Like this one is 3 trees, like 2 have fallen, like crossed each other, and then one that's falling flat. And that triangle area is actually where the gate appears.
Oh, from the ground.
Well, no, it's
Or
standing
just
up.
floating. Yeah.
So like the trees are crossed like this,
Yeah.
and then there's a third one at the bottom, like, and you step onto that, and that's the actual gate. Yeah, so you can give me, actually, we'll just use the same spellcraft check.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with this gate as far as you can tell. You by far not an expert on it and don't have any like experience with the gate network. But it doesn't seem like the problem is with this gate.
More like it probably just like got maybe like
Server side
like the same
error.
sort of degradation that happened with the Angel Stone.
Yeah, sort of like the whole network is just like the whole network is just destabilized right now.
So the inference from that could potentially then be that like this is not an isolated incident.
Correct.
They have to reboot the portal part.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't know how long that'll take.
At least it's doing something.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, actually, no. Jesus doesn't exist here. Oh shit.
I know a guy
Give
named
me
that.
an Arcana check.
Would detect magic help at all with these?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, this is
I
book
will
learning.
Book
7.
learning. 21.
All right. Here's what you do know about the portal network and everything else. The bond stones, the angel stones, and the portal network are all based off of the same general technology. They're all based off of using pieces of the Celestial Palace and powered off of that residual magic from, the God's temple in the heavens and the magic inherent in that. Even after all this time, it still powers essentially all of the guild's magic. Or not all of the guild's magic, but, all the guild's magical infrastructure.
Yeah. Is
Hmm.
there like a vibe that like maybe it's just been so long that it's starting to run out?
No, maybe. Let me rephrase that. There's not a vibe that maybe it's just starting to run out. You don't know what the vibe is. So that is a possibility, but there's no way of narrowing it down.
So I guess Verity, they're just gonna mark it in their theories page in their notebook.
I didn't even know that it could be finite. The energy that makes them work.
Well, I
That's
mean, it's just
terrifying. It's like how
I'm-
helium's running out for MRIs.
I'm thinking
What?
about it in the sense that there's not a definitive force channeling it. It just is, and without a will to craft it, maybe it is starting to, well, return to the void. from whence creation came and where destruction returns.
Hmm. Well, sounds like we can't do anything about it.
That's too big for us. So
Unless
guess
I can
it's-
hit things, I think my skills are not relevant on this.
Oh, come on, don't
Yeah.
sell yourself short. You could
If
also
it-
trip things.
Hey, I would not have figured out specifically what the thing with the angel stone was that you noticed. You noticed.
That's true with my brain.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have been able to figure that out.
That's true. All right. I say we go to Pine Harbor and see the corpses of our dead friends.
Come on,
colleagues.
horsey.
All right.
Giddy up.
So, you guys make it a little bit further before it's probably time to rest for the night. Also, like your horses disappeared a while ago.
Oh,
I hate walking.
are we out? Are we? Are the horses gone?
I can do it again. It's just
Let's save it for the
It's-
way back.
the more we use it, the less useful I'll be in other areas.
Yeah, for sure. Let's save it for when we're headed back to Good Hope.
You know who I miss? Ox and Ox. They would just carry us everywhere.
Yeah, but they take
Reliable friend.
forever.
They are beasts of burden. They are not fast.
I'm faster than them.
Can I
Um,
hop on your shoulders then?
Yeah, it'll be really uncomfortable because your plate doesn't exactly like split in the middle, correct? You know, for as wide as my neck, so it kind of like cuts into it. But
All right, I'll be nice and not do that.
if I need to carry you, I will.
Sick.
Um,
Piggyback rides.
so let's say that you guys stop right around the portal because that's the halfway point for the night.
And it's also
Um,
an area we're actually familiar with.
Right. I will tell you this about the night. It is the quietest night that you've ever spent in the woods. Not only in the fact that like nothing harasses you or anything, but like there's no wildlife noises besides like bugs.
So like kind of like that if the forest is too quiet, you know something is really fucked up.
Yeah, does anybody have knowledge nature?
I do.
Yeah.
No.
You want that?
Yes, please.
I was also going to ask, could I talk to
27.
the snake?
You sure can. 27 tells you that the explosion and everything else that's gone on has like pretty much all the animals in this part of the forest, including your lion friend, have gone looking for less chaotic pastures.
Oh, so it's kind of drove them away.
Scared them away.
They'll come back if nothing else of the same severity happens again.
I mean, if a giant explosion, implosion, whatever happened near where I lived, I'd probably leave too.
Yeah.
What did you want to ask the snake about, Ben?
Just kind of like if it has a general like is there anything like different in the air here? Like do you feel just instinctively something around this area?
No. No food.
What was there a specific reason why you went into the village? Just you saw the explosion and went the other direction?
No. Felt driven towards village.
Is there
like when seeking mate, but different.
That's interesting. That's very strange.
Called towards village.
You felt called towards the village. Okay. Well, thank you. I hope you have a good rest, and with you again.
Going to sleep with Big Two Leg for warmth.
You know he doesn't like that, but I think you get enjoyment from his displeasure.
Warmth, all that matters. Not eat Two Leg, just rest till sun
Yep.
comes up.
I'll let him know, but he's probably gonna ask that you not do that. You can sleep with me. I know I'm not nearly as much, so
Not
big.
hurt Two Leg.
I know.
It's fine. As long as not hurt Two Leg.
If I
Hey,
notice this,
Dominic, I
what's
have
up?
some great news.
I
And
feel like it's
I don't
going to
know
be
if
the
you-
opposite, but go ahead.
yeah, I don't know if you can hear the heavy amount of sarcasm that I am using for this, but some great news. Like you're gonna like this. You're gonna get.
I was
to
about to go to
sleep.
sleep. Can you?
Yeah, you're gonna get to sleep with someone. He really wants to sleep with you. It'll be great. It'll be like a nice big hug.
I would look at the snake. What is it doing?
It's right now like laying on a rock by the fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool.
But the fire's
So-
burning down, so it's going to be looking for someplace new warm to sleep.
So I'm going to sleep like intentionally, like far enough away from the campfire that like I am not receiving any warmth from the
You're gonna
campfire.
be as cold as possible.
Yes, I'm going to try to be as cold as possible.
All right.
You can sleep with me. I know I'm not as much.
Wherever the wind is blowing the strongest, that's where I'm sleeping.
Disappointing.
He is not a fan of you.
I know eat Two Leg.
Yeah. That's
Tell
he
Two
just-
Leg no eat, just share warmth.
Yeah, Dominic. He doesn't want to eat you. He just
I-
wants your warmth.
I don't want to touch.
Dominic does not want the big two leg does not want to touch you.
No touch, just in bag with human Two Leg.
Nope. I'll intentionally not sleep with a sleeping bag. Just like
He-
roll it up, bunch it up, and use it as a pillow on the
He is
open ground.
very determined not to have anything to do with you.
Two
Not letting
Leg.
that slimy thing touch me.
Snakes
was-
aren't slimy.
I would suggest trying a different source.
Fine. Sleep with you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just like
Anything
kind of
else?
shivering.
For the campsite that night.
I'm
'Cause,
cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a fortitude save to see how well you sleep.
Everyone or just no
I
fire?
assume
Anybody else that decided to sleep as far from the fire with no blankets as they could.
What if I were to tell you that there might be some resistance to cold built in?
And it would be okay.
So, seemingly, suspiciously, it's not a problem, and I'm totally fine.
he's just gonna like start wearing ice armor.
Almost as if I were like almost as if I were to take up to 5 points of damage from a source of cold, then it would not affect me.
What if I were to tell you that everything you thought was real was computer simulation?
Yes. So yeah, I'm just like I feel cold. It just doesn't hurt.
All right. As you guys get through, are you gonna conjure horses again or are you on foot again?
How far is it?
A day and a half on foot.
guys, do you
most
wanna
of a day on a horse.
do you want to like get there like fast? Like I can do it again.
I think probably, yeah, because like
I think we'll do it.
by the
be
time
safe.
we're gonna come back, you'll probably have you'll have rested.
Even if it blew up, we could probably sleep in beds over there or something.
Well, I mean that doesn't necessarily mean it's safe, but
Yeah,
It's
that's
not gonna
true.
be safe. Like
But we can find a spot.
yeah, but yeah, no, okay.
I feel like
I'll-
the best argument is the fact that if we spend less time out of town, then
Yeah.
we have less chance of meeting something unpleasant. And so
All right. Okay. And they summon the horses again.
All right. So the horses give you 4 hours of double time. So 4 hours in what you would normally cover in like a day on your own. The horses fade out as you guys reach the edge of what you assume to be the explosion.
What do we see?
You see trees, not all of them yet. As you get deeper in, though, more and more trees that are fallen in towards Pine Harbor. Give me a perception check, and then if it's high enough, I'll also call for a knowledge nature check.
All right. 21 on the perception.
Go ahead and roll
Got it.
nature.
yeah, I got a 24.
23.
I thought I clicked it.
Yeah, if you
24
roll
on
above
the
a
knowledge.
20 on the
Oh,
knowledge or
7
on
on
the
nature.
perception check, you can make a knowledge nature check.
I got a 24 on the knowledge nature.
So
I also
Mine won't roll for some reason.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Oh, they all came out at the same time. 12.
All below 20.
you're by far not an expert on forest fires, but you've seen the damage from forest fires before. You know, you learned about it in school, etc. Usually, a forest fire, you know, even one that would have been caused by an implosion, you know, just call it what you want, would start at the top and burn its way down. In every case of these, it has started at the bottom and burned its way up.
Like it climbed up it.
Yeah.
Would detect magic give me anything else here?
You can try it.
I'm gonna try it.
so bring it
Um,
up down.
yeah, almost like
Yeah, like it was upside. Yeah, like the flames are upside down almost.
yeah.
Like kind of like the same fact that like it was like the choir was reversed. This is in reverse as well.
In the village in Good Hope, which was further away,
Mhm.
they also had the rush of air before the light of the explosion.
Like it was just pulling everything. Like it was implosion and then it was an overwhelm.
Like even if there was an implosion, you know, light travels faster than sound. You should have seen the sound, or the pressure wave. You know, same thing as sound after the light.
Mhm.
But that's not what happened.
So does detect magic give me anything as we go
No.
through?
I'm gonna just have detect evil on continuously as
It's
we walk through this.
strange how like everything almost seems inverse to what you would typically expect. Like
Like time turning backwards.
I time I mean,
I'm just saying things like
yeah.
like I'm just poking the possibilities from every angle.
You've never been to Pine Harbor before. However, based off of the maps, you find the lake that Pine Harbor sits on significantly earlier than you should have.
Like a crater had been blown out and the water filled that space.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
In fact, as you get your bearings somewhat, you're going off of an old map carved into a table. But when you look around, you realize you can see on the far side of the lake where the lake used to be.
Where the shoreline, but because the water moved.
All the water in the lake moved into this crater.
Oh my.
Oh, an entire lake worth of water is filling the crater.
New lake?
I'd like to, scan around and see if there's any sight of like the epicenter of the blast or the Angel Stone. Knowing that it's probably underwater.
Yeah, the epicenter. Well, how long do you spend investigating?
A reasonable amount of time.
I mean, because even though it's unlikely, I feel like we're looking for survivors as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think anyone survived.
It doesn't hurt to
It's
check.
always worth looking.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with Borum on this one, gang.
Well, that's what I'm looking for, the stone,
I'd
and then we
rather
can go out from there.
I'd rather try and see, and maybe we do, and then not try at all.
I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying
'Cause I think we might get some answers if the stone is still intact, or if it's not, then that raises more questions that we need to
You
ask about.
quickly determine that the epicenter. So you quickly determine that this crater is a perfect circle 5 miles across.
Verity updates their maps.
Which is, from our understanding, generally the size of an angel stone is 5 miles across.
Yep.
Or radius. Across or radius?
Diameter.
Got it. Well, they certainly diametered. Okay. David
Normally,
is gonna
I'd
start.
appreciate this, but I don't know. If
That was not a character comment. David is going to start performing last rites, I guess, on the village next to the crater because all the bodies, I'm assuming, are vaporized. There's like no sign of any corpse.
Like any buildings that are like messed up, I'm just like picking up like giant hunks of wood and doors to just try to see if there's sign of anything, not even just people.
I mean, the whole area is flattened.
So
trees sucked in. The lake, like I said, you've got a crater that's 2.5 miles deep in the center.
Yeah.
Even though the old lake was significantly larger, this is so much deeper that all the water drained into here.
So, Damien's gonna take a tree branch and kind of sharpen it into a spear and plant it in the ground, and he's gonna start praying because that's like the equivalent, I guess, the equivalent of a cross in his religion is like a spear plant, like a wooden spear planted in the ground. He's gonna perform the last rites for the people in the village.
You can see all the dead fish and everything in the old lake bed. That some of them, in theory, got sucked in with the water, but there was a lot left behind. And to be fair, a lot of those fish look cooked.
May you find peace.
I think Verity just kind of keeps looking. They know it's pointless, but they just come on, just one.
What
Just
is
one.
You look
left
the
outside
rest of that day,
Just one. Just one. Come on, just one.
pausing only to sleep that night. Miraculously, mid-morning the next day, you do find one house still standing.
Weird.
Hello?
It's like
Hello?
It's untouched.
It's I wouldn't say it's untouched. And it looks like that same sort of, as you've investigated closer, you've realized that like that same sort of like degradation to the circle that you saw at Good Hope was affected the Pine Harbor stone too. And this house just was serendipitously perfectly placed, that like 2/3 of it were unaffected by the blast. And you can see where like the blast has cut into the house.
I think Verity's gonna like
Yeah.
carefully go in and just like look for hello?
All right. As you go in, I'm assuming everyone's going in.
Yeah.
I'm going to detect evil before I go in.
Shoot, I gotta look this up. I figured out a better way to do with this microphone. I can't use my computer and the microphone at the same time. I hate doing this during the game, but you detect no evil.
Okay.
I need perception checks from everyone. Just one. And depending on how you roll will determine what you see. As you're all rolling, the one thing that you do see,
God damn it. I rolled a nat one again.
26.
regardless of what you roll, is a man's body tied to what must have been like the family table, dead.
Tied?
Yes.
Like
I
sacrifice
way?
vibes?
Yes. All
Like
right.
on the top of the table.
Damien's
like,
going to
spread
pull
out.
his partisan out
Yes.
and kind of look around.
Who rolled higher than a 15?
I got a 26.
Two people.
Anybody that rolled higher than a 15,
Mm-hmm.
you see that there's also a woman on the floor dead. Who rolled higher than a 20? You rolled a 26. Is that the highest?
Borm got a 23 as well, I see.
Okay, so Borum and Verity, you notice that the sleeves of the dress the woman's wearing up to like her elbows are drenched in blood. Verity, at the 25, you realize that the man was killed in the way that you would kill like an animal, like for slaughter.
Like blood magic.
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
And if you share this information with everyone that's got religion can make it.
They definitely will.
Sick.
And because it's a new day and we've had a long rest since then, I think they're gonna use the inspired ability.
22.
It's not a long rest because you guys haven't been in a safe spot.
But last time they used it was before.
Before we left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you do that, I did roll a 22.
But so did I long rest before we left?
Oh shit, you're really good.
Yeah, you guys long rested before you left. Just You have not rested since you left
Yeah.
Good Hope.
How much
So
does
I
this
used
add?
it. I used it before we long rested then, so I would be able to use it again.
Okay.
But do you need to?
I would want to just in case.
What'd you get?
I'm trying to see if it went through. Oh, I got the highest I got was a 16.
I got a
So-
22.
A 22. Dominic, you're
Damien.
not an expert on sacrifice, or Damien, sorry. You're not an expert at sacrifices and everything.
Hey, that's very untrue. In
But
fact, I
you've-
would dare say it's essential character.
on ritual sacrifice,
Oh, God,
excuse me.
yeah.
But you've read enough about it, like, just as you're kind of like, I'm going to recognize evil when I see it.
Yeah.
Here's what you see when you're examining this scene. This man was killed in a way that, or more in a manner of, I think this is what a sacrifice would look like, than in any sort of actual, like, religious, even though the gods are dead, like religions stay, there's no ceremony to this. Does anybody have heal?
Yeah, no.
Well, I
Yeah.
can
The
heal.
skill?
Have it there. If you have heal, give me a heal check to examine the body.
22.
As you examine the man, you feel a flat part on like the back of his head. Looking around, it's not hard to see what was the potential, if not the murder weapon, but he was clonked with a cast iron frying pan. And then tied up while unconscious. Examining the woman, give me another heal check.
25.
Yes.
25. She was killed by a single stab to the heart from behind.
Assuming this is relayed, can we look for a third person?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, or survival would be better.
I don't have survival, but I'll
My
give another
Perception check.
survival
You
is
can use a
higher.
perception check, but it's going to be at a negative or a penalty.
20 survival.
Not good. No.
20.
20 survival.
So you see a pair of footprints going towards the house. Then those same footprints leaving with another set of like 4 footprints. Now, let me tell you, what you see going up there are not wearing like boots or anything. They're more like 3-toed footprints. Based off the size, you would assume they'd be about the size of a man, but like with claws. And then leaving with those 2 same sets of footprints are 4 sets of small humanoid footprints.
Guys,
Children.
check it out.
So, what did you find, Dominic?
Check it out. It looks like this math doesn't add up. That means more people came.
Kid?
I don't know. Either there were some kids hiding, or there was a summoning of some kind.
Can I
These
cast
footprints only go outwards, and I don't
detect?
see any,
No, you see footprints going into the house,
but not the 4.
not the
Extra
4
ones.
kids.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Detect magic. Does that give me anything?
there is absolutely no magic here.
So, my interpretation of the situation is twofold. Either something was summoned, or children were kidnapped. I'm assuming summoned.
That's what I'm thinking too.
There was some sort of sacrifice, not necessarily religious, but some sort of blood
And then
sacrifice required.
all
that
extra footprints
messed up.
appeared.
And given its positioning, I'm assuming it also had something to do with the Angel Stone, and it blew up the Angel Stone. Some sort of
I mean,
demonic power that counteracted the choir.
It may be connected to the stone, but it
Are-
could also be a separate thing. but
Could be.
it's
Are
worth
there
looking
any
into.
family records in the house, or any like indication of who these people were in the house?
No, I mean there is an indication.
That is there like a children's beds and clothes and whatnot and toys?
Yes, there are signs that children lived here.
Correct.
So yes,
Are we gonna go get them? They're all that's left.
it looks like these footprints lead outwards. We could follow them. I mean, it might
They're-
lead to the lake, but
They're all that's left.
I mean, this house, this is kind of all we have to go on.
I mean, it'll take more time.
No,
they're
I
all
mean,
that's
like,
left.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. We should.
Can I search the house?
Yeah. Give me a
Or is this
perception check.
everything we found? It feels suspicious.
Can I aid another on this?
Yeah.
Not the
That's
best.
just
16.
flat D20 or the same skill.
Yeah, it's a perception 10 or higher, and then if you do, he gets a +2.
Oh, well, I got a 24. So
Can I help him look instead?
yeah, can we say that?
As you guys look around the house,
26.
you move the woman's body, and underneath the body is a cooking knife. And it's
Under the
covered in
body?
blood. Under her body, yeah.
And she got stabbed from the back.
She got stabbed from the back.
So
Does
she's
it-
the one who did the sacrifice, and someone stabbed her in the back. Got it. That's the only logical explanation here.
But then, like, 4 children appeared
Yeah, maybe the kids killed
seemingly
her.
out of nowhere.
Well, no, because
Maybe she was
they
killed
said
by
there
her
was,
own creation. Maybe she
the-
summoned the fucking
there
kid
was
and
already
stabbed
there's
her.
kid stuff in the house, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but not this, but this many. I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
you
no,
could
there'd
find
be
that there
indication-
should be 3 or 4 kids living here.
Well, just basing it off the footprints, like I don't see.
What if she
Well, like
summoned?
there was 4 sets of like kid footprints, and then whatever the other thing is, right?
Yeah, but this means something with claws was in here,
So
and
the
then it
other
means
thing
that
killed her.
the kids were either present at the sacrifice or were part of some sort of
Something
summoning.
bipedal with clawed feet was there. You're right. And you see that going into the house and then leaving the house with the kids.
Okay, but
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
but
he
I guess what
saved
I was
her.
asking is,
Maybe
are
she
there
summoned it to like try and protect them.
are there the children's footprints anywhere else in the house? Is it just in this one spot only leaving?
No,
is
I'm
it-
sorry. You find these footprints outside of the house.
Okay. Okay.
Headed to the
I thought
south.
it was like right at the
No,
sacrifice.
no,
thing.
no. I'm sorry. I could have been clearer there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, something came in, killed her while she was probably doing the sacrifice, and then took children out of the house.
What after? Either way, we should grab like just some of their things, and I don't know.
Follow the footprints.
Yeah. Because I mean, Because south. What is south of here?
The
We
ruins.
don't know.
The ruins.
Oh,
South
We're in-
of
that's
Pine
way south.
Harbor,
We're in
Yeah.
Pine Harbor.
Yeah, the ruins are south of
based
Pine.
off of the map carved into the table, there's a river that leads down to the ruins that came out of the lake. I'm not even positive what's happened to the river with everything else that's happened. But then to the east of the river, or I'm sorry, to the west of the river was swamps. To the west was swamps that went more into like a jungle terrain until it finally just turned into like regular like forest.
Is there any way to roll a knowledge something check of anything we've heard of what might live in the swamps?
Roll a knowledge local check to try and identify the footprints.
I do not have that, but could I try anyway?
I have it. I'll try it.
Go for it.
I got a 26.
What lives around these parts and in the swamp specifically?
Those are lizard folk footprints.
Would the claw footprint match
Lizard
up
folk.
with what we know about lizard folk?
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't
that clawed footprint's definitely a lizard folk
Yeah,
footprint.
that's what I'm getting at.
Didn't Belinda say that there's a settlement?
Yeah. Well, and I have a
the
hunch that if we
someone said
follow
this.
these prints, it might lead to the swamp.
Yeah, but
Okay,
doesn't
so
have any-
that's not necessarily bad. That's not necessarily
No.
malicious.
No, but that's where those kids are. We should at least check it out.
Here's the thing about lizard folk is you're right, south of Good Hope, which is significantly further east, there was a group of lizard men that were pretty okay. However, lizard folk are cannibals.
Of other lizard folk or of just in general?
In general.
Would we know that?
Yeah, you would know that. I'm trying to think if a 26 would give you like that level of like sociological as to why they're cannibals.
Well, like I mean, I know there's like some stuff about honoring the dead, but
That's pretty much what it comes down to. Is
but
that
these kids are alive, and the tracks don't look like they went unwillingly, does it?
yeah, like to a lizard folk, like the greatest sin. Obviously generalization, but to the greatest sin you can do is to leave meat to rot.
Well, I mean, if the lizard folk did come here and take the kids away,
The
then
kids are
they
alive.
left the other corpses behind, the adult ones.
Is the vibe that they're gonna kill the kids?
You don't have a
I
vibe.
think the vibe is that we need to check it out.
Yeah, I say we go now. Save the kids now.
Yeah.
That this is the biggest lead we've got.
Yeah, the vibe that you've got is that more than likely this woman clunked her husband over the head with a frying pan and killed him in the way that she's killed 100 chickens and pigs
in an attempt to appease the angel stone to get it to...
Perhaps
something, or some lizard folk came in, stabbed her in the back, then took her kids.
And did not eat the two corpses.
Correct.
Well, let's follow these prints.
Horses?
It'll be a little harder to track that way, but we can move faster.
It's your choice. If you think like speed or...
Well, I mean, I think, you paid way more attention in the geography class. How close are the swamps to Pine Harbor?
Do you want me to make a check for this, or
or
my maps have my maps been getting good enough?
An estimate?
No, you've never been over here to map it out. You're just going off of the map in the tavern. However, let me take a look because it's been a while since I've looked at the map.
Yeah, I'm just that anyone could have survived this.
Yeah, we need to.
Just
the stone's probably deep underwater by now.
If it's even still
if it's
there.
if it's even still there.
I'm gonna try and see if I can figure their names out. Look through their stuff.
The swamps are only about 10 miles, but the swamps track on for a solid 30-40 miles.
Then As far as tracking footprints, I think we should walk. At
All
least
right.
till we get there.
I mean, if I save it, I mean, I'll have to. The kids will
Yeah.
probably not walk as fast.
I
Need more horses.
second. I'm.
But yeah, Verity is very much making like care packages of the kids' stuff to take out of the house.
Were you doing something, Ben? I'm sorry.
I'm double checking something before I
Okay.
say it.
I don't know if anyone's all right, but how's everyone feeling?
I'm doing
I'm gonna
great.
prepare
I mean,
a
this is
potion of comprehend languages using my what's it called? Second, the divine alchemy. I don't know where I.
All right.
So I'm just while we have like, it's a minute. So before we head off, I'm gonna just spend a minute to make this potion of comprehend languages for when we to help
I mean,
later.
feeling wise, this is a horrible amount of devastation. An entire village is underwater.
Yeah. Do you guys have room in your bags for some of this stuff?
For what?
Just some of the kids' stuff, so they
Yeah,
have it. And
I
they
have
don't.
no room.
Yeah,
Sadly.
of course. Just throw
Dom
it
is
in
a
there.
strong guy.
Yeah. All right.
It's not fair.
Nope. None of it is.
This reminds me of the farmer who killed his 3 kids when he got possessed by a demon.
So you've mentioned that.
I mentioned it earlier. It's
Yes,
kind of
you did.
ominous that I mentioned it and then this happened.
The rest of you know that no demon's been seen in 1,000 years. So, like, Damien's telling ghost stories.
I saw it happen. Either that or he was a sociopath. I was banking on the demon part.
I mean, some of the worst demons are the ones people have personally.
No, all evil in society is created by magical demons that take over people. Or else I'd have to comprehend the fact that some people willingly do evil, but that doesn't happen.
There are
silly.
shitty people, Damien.
No, they're demons.
It's like a corner of the dining table that
Um,
I was holding onto. I just like burst with my hand.
Yo, are you okay?
I feel like people go dark places when they're desperate, and this
Anyway,
scene is evidence of that, and it's not
it's a
necessarily.
We need to go hunt down the lizard demon.
It's not fair.
I'm going to spend an additional minute doing one for share language.
Okay.
If those
It's all right.
if something's
It's
happened
okay.
to those kids,
Nothing's gonna happen to the kids. We're gonna get there in time. We're gonna
I mean,
stop
I'm
the
sure-
lizard demon.
And we're
gonna figure out why everything
I
blew
might
up. We're
lose
gonna
it.
stop our angel stone from blowing up, and we're all gonna live happily on a farm together.
we'll find
Upstate.
together.
we'll find like
Get
somewhere
your
where
own house.
they can stay.
I want to
And,
wait. You'll
Someone to
abandon
look
me
after
again?
them, and they won't ever be like okay, but they'll have something better.
I always
And
wanted a
this.
little brother. It seems fun.
They better be in one.
Who has
piece.
survival?
I do.
All right. Give me a survival check.
16.
You only make it a few miles before you lose the tracks in the swamp.
What if somebody? Well, I mean, an 18 probably wouldn't be too different. So
You can find them again. It's just gonna take time.
I mean, we gotta try.
I no, that wouldn't help. Wait, no, that wouldn't help either.
I'm just
I
like
say we just
too
march.
like angry to focus on the tracks.
All right, big guy.
I need to.
Task at
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Wake up. You're all right.
They better be there.
Did you not see any of this sort of thing on your adventures?
Not an entire fucking village leveled.
No. The kids dying is like. I feel
Yeah,
you
I
guys
mean,
had
like,
way
that-
more chill time than I did.
This is
That
all that's
stuff-
left.
That stuff comes up. It's just
I'm trying to think Mr. Whiskers or Wiggles sent me to a purposefully messed up apprenticeship. Taking suspicions here of
I mean,
foul.
yeah,
Anyway.
I saw some shit on mine too, but nothing like this.
None
Nothing
of us-
like an entire
nothing-
village
nothing
disappeared.
could have prepared us for this level of devastation.
All right.
And if
stay
these
on.
kids are all that's left,
Yeah.
then
so-
I'd rather, if there's just
Oh.
one thing, then it'll be easier to be all
Alright.
right with it if we can do
Hold
this
on,
one
hold on.
thing right.
I need to focus.
Let's take a deep breath.
All right. So I lost them back there. So let's backtrack slightly. Okay. This was the last place I saw them. And then can I make like perception to find them again or something?
You can find the tracks.
Okay.
You've only made it about 5 miles when you lose them. It
Mhm.
takes you the rest of the day to find them.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
fuck.
So,
Like 8 full hours.
well, you're already a couple hours into the day
Yeah.
at this
Okay.
point. When you do find them, you realize the reason that you lost them is you were looking for kind of like a group. But as they go, the number of children's footprints one by one reduces. So first there's like, the 2 lizard folk and 4 kids. Then there's 2 lizard folks and 3 kids. And then a ways further. And the ways varies, but the first 2 happen pretty quick. Then there's a way a couple miles before the third one. And then even more now that you've got the track and you're like midway through the third day, your second day of tracking before the third one or the last one disappears.
Do we find bones?
No.
Hopefully they escaped.
Give me another survival check.
Do other people not have it?
No.
20.
Okay, so you're able to follow that track throughout the day. Sometime towards the point where you guys have to quit because you're losing the sunlight, the children's footprints begin to appear again.
Maybe they were carrying them then.
Hopefully. They better have.
It is day 3, the 5th day since you left Good Hope. It is difficult to well, give me your survival check.
$23.
23. You're able to keep the trail, and you possibly might be making up ground on them. You stop for the night on the edge of what could be called a small river.
in the swamps.
in the swamps.
If there's a river here, then we might be near a settlement. Unless, do lizard folk need fresh water?
Well, everything needs water.
Are you gonna
Or
poison
Do they
their water
need
supply?
fresh water?
Kind of metal.
No, I meant like just to know if this means we're near a settlement or not.
I don't know.
Because if
Ask
they
it
can
again?
drink not fresh water or salt water or something,
Like
then
brackish water, like, you know, this is like
Yes.
swamp water.
yes. But
Yeah,
a
no,
river, by a river, is it like clean water? Does it look like a?
it's cleaner than the swamp water. I mean,
Yeah.
in a way,
It's
like
running
you can
water.
call this like a river, but it's really just like a large gap in the swamp where there's no plants, but large and like it's like half a mile wide.
Like the Mississippi almost.
No, smaller than that. Like not even like the Ohio River. Like, you know, like when you cross a bridge
Hmm.
over like some river that like you don't even know the name of, and you're on that bridge in your car for like, you know, 15 seconds.
Mhm.
You know, that size river where like you could easily see to the other side. Swimming across, you know, might be difficult for some of you depending on how you your armor and stuff, but it would be easy enough for one person who could swim to swim across, tie a rope, you know, between trees on either side, and then to kind of pull yourself along, even in armor.
I mean, I can swim across.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not swimming.
Yeah, I'm not a big swimmer.
So
I very much cannot swim.
All right.
I think we should look for a crossing. Would be the wise thing to do.
Yeah.
do you want to look for a crossing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can swim across, but you know, it's putting a lot of faith in a rope.
Okay. You
Why are we
look
trying to-
Well, like if we did that plan, like how easy would it be for everyone else to get across?
if you did like the rope to rope thing,
Uh-huh.
it'd be like a wet, miserable, and kind of cold trip, but it would be, I wouldn't even require like a roll. Like, it's essentially you're just kind of like in the water and you're just kind of like pulling yourself along. So even if you're not like buoyant, because like, you know, Damien's armor, like you're still pulling yourself along. You're not going under anything like that.
All right. It's up to you guys, but this way it'll be faster if I just try to get across.
There's no guarantee, you know, you're in a swamp that you'll even find a crossing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The rope idea is not bad.
I think it's a best bet, and it's probably the fastest, all things considered.
All right, give me a rope.
Gets all the.
I'm gonna tie it around my waist. And I'm gonna try to swim across.
All right. There's no current or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to swim across.
I just want to click it just for fun.
Yeah.
24 swim.
So perfect. No problem. You tie the knot, you know, the rope around a tree. Everyone belays himself across. The big thing that like hurts you is you've definitely lost time here. Lizard folk are essentially semi-aquatic, and you know, in a game term, they have a swim speed, so
I
they
do
swim
too.
across no problem.
Well, I mean, it's 10, but whichever.
No, your swim skill lets you swim at 10. You don't have an actual.
They can
swim
just do
speed.
it. Yeah. I see.
You've definitely lost time on them. And it gets even worse, you know, later that day when you come to the real river.
Oh.
This one is a couple miles across. Like, You can see the other side, but it's the other side. It would be difficult for even Dominic to swim across this.
So then, what do we do?
It's
Get
either
across the river.
continue or give up. Like we, I
And
don't
it's-
want
how
to
do
give up.
we get across?
We just do it, or we make
Build
a
a raft?
raft.
I mean, you could even, to an extent, like, it's not the most brilliant plan or the best plan, but like, it doesn't have to be a very fancy raft. I mean, like I said, it's a couple miles across, but like, you are literally still in a swamp with a little bit of a current, where you could cut a tree down and kind of like tie yourself to the tree and then like dog.
Like, I'm gonna use my sword as like a paddle
Yeah,
I-
like,
because it's
I mean-
huge.
I mean, we could do that. Just, and I know, Dominic, you're gonna love this plan, but the snake is a very good swimmer.
it
If we,
Strong enough?
I could ask him if he's willing to like help carry us across.
All of us?
Well, not all at once, but
If it's
Oh.
faster than like us taking the time to make a raft, I'm all for it.
So I just mean like, I mean, didn't you say it was too long or wide for me to swim by myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Maybe we do like a very simple one, and the snake can supplement it.
yeah. Like, because otherwise it'll take even longer for us to go like one at a time or two at a time, two at a time with the snake.
here's the other thing I can tell you is that like there was a question of whether there was or wasn't a crossing on the other river. You can see enough that there's definitely no crossing here.
Makes sense. They can just swim across. Something like a smaller improvised raft for maybe two of us, and then the other two of you ride the snake, if that's an option.
I feel the
Is
logical.
the snake
thing is trying
big
to go
enough for
around.
someone to ride it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
a medium
Said it was a
creature.
large
Borum
snake.
could
definitely
ride it.
for Borum. Yeah,
I can ride the
Large
snake.
saying would it save time if we made the raft smaller, intending for at least one person or to not ride it? It's a time question.
Gotcha.
Just trying to find like the most time efficient way to do it, so we don't lose as much time as we probably already have.
Because outside of like casting a spell to make swimming easier, which none of us have, I don't see any other options.
All right. So you guys spend a day making your raft, getting across. You find the trail on the other side, but you guys are now a week since you've left Good Hope. The murder happened probably the night of the explosion, so you're following the trail, but any hope of catching up to them is long gone. You continue following the trail for another 3 days. And then off in the distance, as you go, you finally see like the wooden palisades of the Lizard Folk Village.
I was beginning to think we were never going to find it.
I think we should sneak in.
Do we think that they're going to be hostile?
With
If we
everything
s-
we heard about lizard folk, and
If we
everything we've
sneak
seen
in,
with
they're
them,
definitely going to be hostile.
I would rather be honest. It's just the
And
kids
then
were
we can
all the-
honestly be eaten by cannibals.
I mean,
Well,
They're not gonna kill us unless we give them a reason to.
They're cannibals. You're tasty. Yum yum. Eating people.
I have prepared.
yeah. Well, worst case scenario, we make this area safer.
Sure, but
I- Okay, guys, we're gonna.
I
try-
am like fully backing
We should.
Gorham's
We
plan.
need to walk in and ask
Talk
to
to
see if the kid, like where the kids are and if they're safe.
We're gonna try to do this diplomatically.
Gorham's way. I agree.
or
with
we get the
Gorham's way.
surprise on them and take them out and not have to fight an entire village.
This is
at
a whole
once.
settlement. They were ahead
Well,
of us. I don't think
gotta
we
break
have
some
that
omelets.
luxury.
No,
Gotta break some eggs.
we need
get
to
the kids back.
we need to ask if they're safe and where they are. For them, we need to more or less demand them to show the kids to us.
So
We can even say we're from Pine Harbor.
This feels incredibly unwise to go.
Well,
talk to
you
the
know, I'd
cannibals all
rather
at once.
make sure the kids are all right, because the thing is, we need to make sure that these kids are safe and try and see if we can like get them like
I don't
like-
think asking nicely is necessarily going to get those
I
results.
didn't say anything about nice.
I
I don't
think
think
it
ask.
is better than, you know, just going in intending to
If
hurt.
they catch us in there, then we're gonna have to fight all of them anyway. So
Yeah,
we
but
might
we're
as
gonna have
well
to jump
ask
on-
first and
Let's
possibly
try
prevent all of
knocking on
that.
the door.
Yeah, like Verity will go knock. It's like, Gorham, you had a plan.
All right.
We're
But
not
I have
exactly
a
the
potion that lets you
sneakiest
actually
bunch.
understand their language.
All right, then give me the thing. I'll drink it. I can be very diplomatic.
Sure.
And I think
here's this potion. This one
Mhm.
lets you understand them, and if you can convince them to drink this one, you can share the language of common with them so they can speak it. I don't know
Well,
if they.
I'll see if they can speak
I don't know
common
if they
first.
can speak it already, but I'm
I'll-
saying if
I'll
it's
see if
needed,
they
it's
can
ready to go.
I'll see if they can speak it first,
Yes, that'd be
That's what. That's
and
what,
then
yeah.
it's just like, all right,
That's-
but
that's
thank
the
you.
plan.
It's like, hello.
all right. As the gate begins to creak open to the palisade, I think that's where we'll wrap for tonight. Thank you, everyone who stuck with us tonight, and we will see everyone in a week.